Dear friends, I am here to explain the concept of Abhinivesha to you, the readers of Yoga Sutra article series, which appears on the Facebook page of Mr. Subhash Phadke. Subhash is a friend of mine. He has asked me to explain this concept to you. I assist Subhash in content writing, and I'm very thankful to him that he initiated me into studies of Yoga Sutra and writing on this. Right. Now, the query from the reader says, please explain the concept of Abhinivesha a little more in detail because what is given in the article as clinging to life is not enough to give full understanding of the concept. Right. Thank you, reader. Thank you for giving us an opportunity to learn more about this word. And now the explanation. The word Abhinivesha, the dictionary meaning is tenacity, perseverance of efforts, and determination, etc. The whole import of all the nuances is perseverance and effort to get something. In the Yoga Sutra context, the meaning is intense desire and efforts to not let go of life. So, this is in short what it is. As the Yoga Sutra, this life, this body is for emancipation, for getting salvation, and for fulfilling Karma Phala Siddhanta. The concept of Abhinivesha is so ingrained in our psyche that we all feel it is very natural to have Abhinivesh. We don't realize that it is an impediment to the path of moksha through samadhi, or it is an impediment for traveling on the path of yoga. I'll give you a few examples. Our conventions, our day-to-day life, how they are full of Abhinivesha. You touch someone's feet and the blessings you get is Ayushman Bhava. Have a long life. You attend a birthday and you wish Tum jiyo hajaro saal. You live for 1,000 years. Little do we realize that what we are saying is basically an impediment in the path of salvation. But we are so focused on this life. We have this Abhinivesha so strong in us that everything is centered around this life. You come to some other conventions, you talk about death, and your mother or grandmother will just ask you to shut up. Right? You must have heard. It's the other way around also. That as children, when they hear their old parents talking about death or the death is coming, impending, the children say, please don't talk like this. Nothing is going to happen to you. Another example of Abhinivesh. You come to a more critical, a terminal illness stage, let's say. In the terminal illness stage, we are all very well equipped with ICUs, ventilators, etc., to extend the life without any regard to the quality of the life. The patient who is on the bed, who is terminally ill, he is still thinking what is left half done. What is it that he is yet to see? I want to see my grandson moving into a new house. That's what he is thinking. The relatives, they are thinking that it's our duty to apply full effort, spend full money, and make every effort to extend his life. And many times those relatives are genuinely hopeful also. In fact, you read a book, Being Mortal, by Atul Gawande. Atul Gawande is a surgeon in US. He has written this book. And what he says is, his experience is, people don't realize when the end is near. Neither the patient nor the relatives. They are so engrossed in extending the life. And the modern medicine is focusing only on extending the life, not on improving the quality of the life towards the end of your life. Adi Shankaracharya has composed a kavya, it's called Charpat Panjari. Very beautifully and aptly he describes in one of the shlokas how Abhinivesha is residing in all of us. Angam galitam palitam mundam dashana vihinam jatam tundam vruddho yati gruhitva dandam tadapina munchati asha pindam. He says there is no strength in the body, there is no hair on the head, the mouth is without any teeth. The old man has to walk with the support of a stick, but still the hope for life has not left him. Look at the description, how aptly he has done. Gita describes this Abhinivesha in a very novel way. What it says is, it's in the second canto. Dehinesmin yatha dehe kaumaryam yauvanam jara tatha dehantara praptir dhiras tatra namuyyate. What it means is, the soul is passing through the three stages of the body: childhood, youth, old age. The fourth stage is getting another body, dissolution of the present body and getting another body. It's just natural in sequence. And the wise men who realize this, they are not deluded by the fear of death or anything. That's how Gita is describing. So, such is Abhinivesha. Now, how it becomes an impediment? It keeps you entangled in the pain and pleasures of this life, the life on this earth. You continuously think about it, you work upon it, your mind is always extroverted. It doesn't think of concentration, meditation, samadhi, because it is being pulled away. So that's how Abhinivesha is an obstacle for traveling on the path of Yoga Marga. I hope this clarifies and this helps. Thank you once again for providing the opportunity. We welcome the queries for the past articles or future articles anytime. We will be glad to increase our knowledge and clarify the doubts. Thank you once again.